So everyone, I'm Twin Aquarius, and this channel is going to essentially be about my ideas and thoughts and some of the other stuff I've been thinking about recently. It also, um, I just want to get my ideas out there and have people talk about them. I also want to talk to other people. I suppose my biggest thing in this um, is that I want to connect with other people who are learning the same things as me. Um, I've been a part of the YouTube community subtly forever, so I never engaged in video format of others, and I think this is a good time to start doing that. I have a ton of ideas I've written down. I've like, look at this. I have 3 notebooks I've been like working a lot of time in. I'm just tired of writing, and I'm ready to start talking about my ideas and sharing my ideas. I guess you could say, in a sense, I jokingly said I'm working on a manifesto, which I kind of am. And so I want to get more ideas to help build my manifesto up, essentially. I have a lot of ideas that I've collected from some reading, a lot of philosophy. I'm a big Jordan Peterson fan, you know. He's really the one that's, people call him a lightning rod, and that's right, because, like, you touch him and then your brain just starts connecting to other shit. But I first started watching Jordan Peterson for his psychological series about the Bible, and because I was going through a spiritual awakening at the time, and you know, it happened to come up in my recommendations. I think it was 2016. Yeah, about 2016, I started watching him and all that stuff. Before all the craziness, so it was interesting how I watched his rise to fame. But that's kind of inspired me a lot to actually get out here, get on camera, and start talking about my ideas instead of just writing about them. Because it seems like I can't keep a computer for the life of me. So I just have to do this on pen and paper and share verbally. I suppose introduction to myself, in a sense. I am kind of an intuitive person. Not kinda. I am an intuitive person. I do tarot and astrology, and I also am very passionate about psychology. I'm also extremely passionate, interested and passionate, growing to be passionate about physics and quantum mechanics, and I wish I learned about more of the stuff in school for sure, but that was whatever. Now I'm learning about it, and super excited to learn about it, and I just want to learn from others, use this platform for good, and become better at whatever it is I'm trying to do here. I think I'm ready to step into this new domain and being more of myself. Like, this is also a journey of becoming myself, in part of this everything. Just everything is connected. So it's all connected. So this is all part of the journey. It's all part of my journey. You guys are part of the journey. Whoever, you know. I mean, I feel like I feel like we're all on the same journey, regardless if we know each other or not. So, that's how I feel about it. And I want to spread a message too. Of course, I have an agenda, and my agenda is to spread some sanity. I want to share my ideas. I want to help society. I want to heal people. I want to continue doing what I've been doing on a small scale, but I want to do it on a larger scale, which is talking to people and just helping them figure things out. I've always had I do tarot readings, but I've always kind of had a thing against charging for my tarot readings. So this kind of been like my hard to jump off point. But I think it's just because tarot reading is not my career. My career is in other things. And this is all part of the journey towards that. So, all right, everyone. I am Twin Aquarius, and this is what I'm going to be doing on my channel. This is also on YouTube and mine. Sorry, guys. I'm slick high. I might just be real. And essentially, this is what I have going on. I have been thinking a lot about many things happening in the world. I've been observing for a long time. And yes, I've been observing for a long time. And I'm getting really concerned, everyone. I went through a spiritual awakening, or rather, I'm still going through my spiritual awakening because it is a long process. It's definitely something that happens overnight, but I'm going through this spiritual journey, and I'm asking a lot of questions. And I feel like I'm answering a lot of questions just through my own experiences with life, that are that I think reflect on society as a whole. Just because I have this ability to connect different elements together in a strange way. It seems to be just in tune. I'm just really on multiple layers of what's the word you say? Multiple dimensional layers, and I just seem to be aware of a lot of these things going on. But anyway, regardless, I look into other dimensions, and not like dimensions like the dark zone or something, but I look at other dimensions of the world, and I see that all these divisions that we have, and all I see are things. Everything is pretty much a result of this disconnect from spirituality and nature that we have, that we've talked about but never really talked about. And it is also it's the disconnection from spirituality has resulted in everything turning into chaos. It's certainly what Nietzsche predicted. I'm not going to say I'm Esper Nietzsche right now, or just whatever. I haven't finished reading Beyond Good and Evil yet, so give me time to develop that argument. But from what I am gaining from learning about other people who know about him, obviously, and just different, I'm seeing how the ideas that are ideas of the past that people have seemed to try to burn, I see, as it says in the Bible, nothing's new under the sun. And because these transformations keep happening, these cycles keep happening, as the planet turns around in our solar system, these things are going to keep happening. But as these things are happening, I'm noticing why these things are happening, because I have a great ability to connect the dots and find out why something is happening. And people aren't doing that. People aren't connecting the dots all the way over here and over here. They're just looking at one section and not being like, that's the only thing that matters, when it's either a chain of events that led to something, or it's a sort of thrown into chaos kind of a problem. So there's two kinds of problems in the story, essentially. Problems that are because of order going astray or things plunging into chaos. I think Jordan Peterson makes that very clear. But our grand mass problem with the world, here lo and behold, is our disconnection from the divine and our destruction of the feminine. That is very, very huge, as far as why things have gone so astray. The destruction of the feminine goes hand in hand with the destruction of spirituality, and I will further explain that in a later video topic. But all this plays together in the hand, and is this when I break down the destruction of the feminine thing, it'll all make sense. And then there's also with the destruction of the feminine, there's nothing that is male after that. So, or these destruction of gender roles in such a catastrophic way has just resulted in just so much insanity that I have recorded, and it's just spun off into these other things. However, not all my topic is going to be political. Clearly, I'm very philosophical. I'm a rational thinker. I put two and two together, and I do the algebra. I understand why things are. And I want to help people I also want to be a teacher to people as well. I want to help people understand why things happen. I think Jordan's a great teacher, a real great teacher. But I really think that he is missing an element from his teachings that would be really, really useful to everybody. And that would be I'm not saying he has to change whatever that he wrote or whatever, but I'm saying maybe I am, because I'm saying that he should introduce this idea of the feminine again. But I'm not really sure he understands the feminine. The problem with something else I think I will talk about in the divine feminine breakdown, but something else that's a problem is the basis of our society, which is the basis of Western civilization is based in sort of the concept of Greek philosophy and Greek and Greek interpreted Christianity, and all that has resulted in an absolute patriarchy. I hate to say that it's real, but it is an absolute patriarchy. But it's not who we think it is. It's the fault of people. It's the fault of the Greeks, actually, or is rather the fault of us not interpreting what the Greeks really meant, or maybe the Greeks misinterpreted women at the time. So it's definitely a time to start reinterpreting these female roles that we have and that are important, and from every aspect, from Lilith to Eve to mother, sister, daughter complexes, wife complex, the origin of love, origin of love, I mean that. And that's essentially, and even in the Bible, it warns of this. In Revelations, it says right there, shocked to see there's a woman at the right hand on the throne of God. So we have to get that in our minds. Like, there is a woman. There's a grand woman. There's a divine feminine. There's a real importance for recognizing that. And I think we get caught up in the duality of the genders, and we forget that it's interchangeable. The traits, like we're gender fluid now. I mean, we should be able to understand that. The gender roles and traits and things like that are interchangeable, but it's also like there's the good male and the bad male and the good female and the bad female, and those play different parts in each thing, you know. And we attribute personality traits to certain things, you know, like shrewd and jealous and envious, you know, and aggressive and, you know, psychopathic, you know, and for the negative side of things. So we have to understand that. Video's getting long. So essentially, I hope you guys stick around with my channel and you guys can communicate with me and we start a conversation up that is productive and that we can all enjoy, and making me say and over again. And hopefully you guys help me. You guys are also going to help me become a better communicator, because I speak in a weird way. I kind of have to make myself talk like a normal person because otherwise I will just speak in like Shakespearean, essentially, because I speak like in a poetic manner, like kind of in analogies to describe my deeper ideas. And I'm trying not to do that. I've been trying to take a Peterson aspect to it, which has been good actually, and it's probably improved my thinking. But I do hope that we have fun doing this, and let's start this journey. Not start the journey, but let's continue on this journey together towards greatness. All right, yay!